Hey everybody, can you hear me? Is there any echo or is the sound okay? Let me straighten out the mic here. Sound check, 1, 2, 3. Okay, no echo, great, sound is good. Hello everybody. So, it's actually been a while since I've done some deep sky imaging because it seems like every day the sky would look good and then it would just turn to crap at night. But tonight finally looks like a clear night, and I'm hoping to get some really good data. And I put my color camera back on the RASA. Let me take a look at where the moon is. I don't know. I didn't check the moon tonight, but I'm hoping the moon is mostly gone for now, because the moon can interfere with deep space imaging. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining. Let's take a look here. Where's the moon? Oops, that's too much. Oh, there's the moon. The moon is, only 21% illuminated. No problem at all. Great. So I haven't started yet. I'm going to get one scope running, and then I'm going to start the other one. But everything is connected, so I'm hoping this is going to be smooth sailing. Everything is connected. I had no issues with polar alignment, no connection issues. So, hey, everybody. So I'm going to start the Explorer Scientific scope up first. And we'll keep our fingers crossed. And I'm trying to finish up the Heart Nebula. It's been a while, but I'm hoping I'm going to stay on the Heart Nebula all night with this one. So I've got the automatic focus turned on. Let's see what happens. You know what? Just let me check. Is it early for the Heart? Let me see where the Heart Nebula is right now. Hello, 77 people we've got watching tonight. Let's just see where the Heart Nebula actually is. I'm in Stellarium right now. It's going to be low. It's usually low this early. Oop, Heart. Did I spell something wrong here? Heart Nebula. Okay. Well, yeah, that's pretty low. Yikes. It's only about 26 degrees high, but you know what? I think that's high enough. Let's get the Explorer Scientific going. Let's hit run. Hi everybody, sorry I'm missing some comments. I'm looking at the screen right now, and I'm going to click run on my Explorer Scientific scope, and this thing should start moving, the scope on the right. And let's pray. I had to do some adjusting, some fine tuning with the screws on it, because I noticed last time it was a little jerky. It's going to point low, but that's okay. All right. All right, now it's going to go into an autofocus. See, I tried autofocusing a few nights ago, and it couldn't even find any stars to focus on, so I knew the sky was crap. I'm going to move over this wording here. Oops, not that. This, oops. Okay. Cancel that. Let's make sure the autofocus. See, now the autofocus is definitely finding stars. Hello, everybody. What mount do I use the ES scope? That one is sitting on the CGX mount, my Celestron CGX. Hello, Logan. Hello, everybody. So the autofocus is looking good so far. Now let's go to my, and I've already focused my RASA setup, but I don't have a target selected. right now, so I had a mono camera while the moon was full. I finished up a target, but I have about 3 targets backlogged that I finished capturing. I just haven't processed them yet. What I'm doing is I'm kind of waiting for a string of bad weather, like rainy days, then it'll give me something to do, so I'll have something to work on. But right now I haven't been processing. Hey, how you doing? Nice to see you too. Seeing looks great tonight, so I'm hoping it stays that way. Let me show you the satellite really quick here. Excuse me. I'm really excited because I finally got some clear. So here's me right here. There are no clouds around, although this is kind of scaring me up here. But will they just stay away for the rest of the night? It'll take a long time before that crap, and it'll probably just fade away. All right. So while the focus is still working right now, so we'll see how that goes. All right. So what I have to do is my plan for the RASA. I really want to capture M33, but look at where M33 is. If I look in Stellarium, it's just not going to come out. It doesn't come out till half the night, I think. Let me double check. Hi, everybody. Okay, I'm using this. If you're not familiar with Stellarium, it's free software, but it's great to let you know where all the objects are. I want to capture the Triangulum galaxy, but I'm afraid it's, right now, it's only 15 degrees high. I'll never see it that low. And, I mean, I needed at least to get close to 40 degrees to get over the house. So if I increase the time here, it's probably going to be 3 more hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to capture the Pac-Man Nebula while I wait for it. And Pac-Man is high enough for me to start capturing that. And this is actually something I haven't really done before. I've never captured Pac-Man in non-narrowband. I'm going to use my broadband data, my color camera, to capture Pac-Man, so that's going to be different. I'm eating pistachios, so I'm licking my lips. Hang on. Not pistachios, cashews. Okay, so let's find Pac-Man. I'm going to go to Framing and Mosaic Wizard. And I'm going to, let's see, 2 degrees should be enough. No, maybe, I'll go 3. NGC 281. Come on, where is it? Oh, there it is. So it's a pretty good fit for this setup. All right, I'm going to select that. Turn that up. NGC, I'll just call it Pac-Man. It's easier. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I'm missing some comments. I'm setting up my second rig here to find the Pac-Man. Yes. Now, one thing I forgot to check is okay, gain is 100, offset, that's unity gain for the ASI533 camera. I'm going to stick with unity gain, and let's just double check here. Oops, I'll put 100 in here just for the heck of it. I don't think I need to. And I'm going to stick with my 15-second exposure method because it's been working great for me lately. It was worked out really well on the Andromeda Galaxy, and I had no gradients at all. So I'm sticking with 15-second exposures. I like this. So we probably won't see much in a single exposure. I'll just put this for 999. All right. So let's turn this off. Oh, was I in the wrong one? God dang it, I set up the wrong. I hate it when they just put a default target in there. Let's delete that. Let's go back here. 100. That filter is my Optolong L-Pro. L-Pro. I'm going to do 15-second exposures because I like short exposure. That helps with the light pollution. 999. Am I forgetting anything? Let's run this and see what happens. Oh, wait. No filter wheel is selected. Okay. Let's just pick manual because I don't have a filter wheel on this setup. I knew something didn't look right. Okay, that's going. Now let's see if my, okay, there's the scope. Well, it's moving. It's finding the Pac-Man Nebula. It says, yeah, okay. I'm not really using an HA filter, but this doesn't matter. It's just plate solving. I'm using my L-Pro. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I'm missing a lot of comments. I'm just focused on what's happening with my setup right now. So it's trying to find the Pac-Man Nebula. Come on, you can do it. Okay. It found it. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry. Astro Corone is here. He's the one who talked me into live streaming today. Hello, Astro Corone. Okay, let's see. I'm afraid we're not going to be able to see much of Pac-Man because I'm doing the short exposures. We just got to keep my fingers crossed that after I combine all the data after a couple of nights that something is actually there. Okay, so that worked. Now it should start off. It should just automatically pick a star here. Start guiding. Resuming auto guider. And all right, so okay, now now I'm going with the L-Pro, and it should start. Now let me check my other setup. And this one is already started. It looks like it finished the autofocus, and it's already working on the first sub. This is kind of high. Let me lower this a little bit. Let's go back to, let's just see my first exposure here. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I missed so many comments. I'm just in startup phase right now. And I'm eating cashews. Ew. I'm getting some emergency text right now. My sister's husband is in emergency right now. Uh-oh. I don't want to say why, but that's not good. I'm sure he'll be fine. Huh. You know what? Her husband just had a hip replacement, so the medication is probably, affecting him. Yeah, I'm sure he's fine. I think it's just a medication that's probably messing up his system right now with his hip replacement. All right, my first image just came through, and that's the core of the Heart Nebula. That's what I'm going after. MEL 15 is a star cluster, and the mean readout is 1200, but that's because it's still early in the night and the optic is really low. But as the night goes on, this is going to come down to a more acceptable level, maybe around 800. That's where I like to see it. And let's see this one. This is the RASA setup. And that's 5200 is pretty good for now, but that one's also going to come down as the night goes on and the night gets darker. And because I'm doing 15-second exposures, we're not going to see much, unfortunately. Let's see, 100%. Do we see anything of Pac-Man? This is one where you just keep your fingers crossed and, you know, you just hope for the best. That's why deep sky imaging is not quite as exciting as solar imaging, but at least everything is working right now, so I have nothing to do. So I can start reading comments. Everything is looking good. Let's move this over a bit. Let's see how that looks. You know, it's nice when everything works as planned. Blinky and Clyde, yeah, us old timers know Pac-Man pretty well. Hello, everybody. We have 153 people watching right now, and these are the two scopes I'm using. This is pointing at the Heart Nebula. That's my Explorer Scientific. And this one is pointing at Pac-Man for now. And I don't know if you can see that right there. I don't know how well that's coming through, but that's Saturn. It's really, can you see that? I don't know. It's a little dot there. I love it when everything looks good and the night is so clear. What's up, John? Hello, AZ Runner. You see Saturn? Yeah, right there. I see it. and Jupiter is probably right about here. We'll probably, I don't know if we'll see that tonight. And you'll see on my next exposure, if you see that the mean readout going down, that means that's good. That means the night is getting darker and everything's running. That should just keep going down all the time. If it doesn't go down, you got issues out there. Probably haze or something else is messing you up. So I'm about to hit my next exposure, so I'm expecting this to go down from 1271. Let's see. Here it comes. $12.52. That's good. Yep, that's the Heart. Looks pretty good. I've got an HA filter in this one. So I think this is going to be fun to process. And I've already captured the Pac-Man Nebula on this one, and I haven't processed it yet. And I've captured the Heart Nebula on the other scope, and the Wizard Nebula. I've got a lot of stuff I need to process. But like I said, I'm just going to wait for the weather to turn bad. Then I'll have something to do while the weather's bad. When the weather's nice, I don't really do much for processing because I'll keep busy with just imaging and collecting data. I gotta put my glasses on to read some of these comments. Or let's see something. I want to show you guys something. I just found out about this in the YouTube analytics. That I didn't know it had a live subscriber count. So let's see this. 878, 879, uh-oh, 884. Look at it go. I didn't know this. I'm infatuated with watching my subscribers go up. 900. It's going to stop at some point. Okay, 901. Wasn't that cool? I didn't know that. Now I watch it all the time. I'm eating my cashews. Oh, the Crescent's a nice target. I've shot it so many times, so I think I'm going to skip it this season. Already subscribed. Thank you. Yeah, close to 122K. I've been watching it, and I'm actually been adding 1,000 new subscribers per day. I have caught fire. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun now to actually see it grow. Hello. Deerlick Group. Oh, I don't think I've ever done that one. Is that out? Let's see the Deerlick. Is that what it's called? That one's got some nice galaxies with it. Let's take a look. I don't know if Stellarium calls it. Oh, Deerlick Group. Let's see. Holy crap, the Deerlick Group is out, but I don't know. My scope might be a little too... That's almost tempting for me to switch targets and go after the Deerlick. NGC 7331. Let's take a look at this for a second. NGC 7331. I could stay on that all night. Because it's out all night. It's going to be out all night, I think. Ooh, see, it's a very small. Oh, whoop. Wait. Wait, let me zoom in on it more. Now my brother's calling me, probably because of my sister's text messages about her husband. But I gotta send him a text. I'm in a stream right now. Sorry about this. little family crisis going on. My sister's texting about her husband being in emergency. What timing? Everything is going great, and then you get blasted with that. But I know it's fine. You see how small it is for this scope? I think I'm going to skip it. There's one galaxy, and there's the other group. Yeah, probably not meant for this one. It is a cool cluster, though. And you can see the mean readout dropping on that. That's what I like to see. Hello, everybody. 150 people watching right now. So I'm going after the Pac-Man Nebula, but because I'm doing only 15-second exposures to fight against light pollution, we're not going to see it in a single exposure. But I'm hoping after I stack all the images after a couple of days, we'll be fine. But this is a 4-minute exposure of the Heart Nebula with my HA filter on the other scope. Zero dislikes. You just jinxed me. Now I'm definitely going to get some dislikes because you said that. That's okay. I don't care about likes and dislikes. I always see people saying, please like this video, blah, but I never seen likes or dislikes make any difference. I once had 500 likes and no dislikes. It didn't make a difference in how many people viewed it. None at all. Astro Corone, I can't believe that. Thank you very much. $10 for the stream today. I appreciate that, man. I always like to see my running total. Astro Corone made the first Because he's Canadian, I think that the exchange rate made it 8.96. But thank you very much for that. That's much appreciated. The exchange rate from Canada. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining. I'm gonna take a quick break because I know we do have a little family crisis going on with my brother-in-law going in emergency, but I'm gonna be right back. But stay tuned. I'm coming back. Okay, all good. I am back. Sorry for that. How goes it, everybody? Thanks for sticking with me. And if you're just joining us, I've got two. Oh, let's see that. I'm at 901, 911. Maybe I'll make it to 122 before the night is out. Who knows? I'm like I said, I'm infatuated with those numbers now. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry if I'm missing some comments here. Hey, everybody. Uh-oh, my people are I've dropped down to I've got 135 people watching. I hope you guys stick around. Last time when I was doing the sun, you guys were only sticking around for 2 minutes. Dang, same thing. You guys have short attention spans. You only stick around for 2 minutes. but I guess if one person leaves, another comes in because I still have a lot of people watching. That's okay. I don't stick around very long either, so I'm just kidding you guys. But this is the Explorer Scientific and is pointing at the Heart Nebula to the north, and this is also pointing to the north, and this one's pointing at the Pac-Man Nebula while I wait for the Triangulum Galaxy to come into view. Squirrel! Don't tell me you see a squirrel. One time we did catch a squirrel on here. It was climbing up my mount. So when you say squirrel, it scares me. I'm thinking, oh no, not another one. My mean readout is not really dropping as fast as I thought it would. I hope there's no haze. You remember that the squirrel, it actually climbed up my mount and left some pizza there, as if hiding pizza in my mount was a good hiding place. So what happened is I left it there, and that same night a raccoon came and stole the pizza. That wasn't very smart for the squirrel. You would think instincts, after all these millions of years, they would figure out a better hiding place. Yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And that's only a single exposure. So imagine when I've got hours and hours of data. Planet X? I thought Pluto was supposed to be Planet X a long time ago. So let's see, I'm waiting for the next exposure to finish right here. You can see it's almost done. Then I can make sure that the mean readout is still falling. I'd like to see this eventually get down to about 800, because then I know that's when the sky is really good. When I'm pointing so low right now, I'm still picking up a lot of light pollution. 1210. Yeah, that's good. It's going to keep going down then. It's going in the right direction. And this one is going on still working on the Pac-Man. This is going to be a 2-night affair. Half the night tonight will be on Pac-Man, and the other half will be on the M33 Galaxy. And I figure the next night will be the same thing, and I'll be done with both of 2 more targets after the second night. So that's kind of cool. You know what? Someone told me that there is a comet out there, Comet Leonard, but I don't know where it is. I'd have to look it up. That would be a nice one to live stream. Oh, is Ollie here? Hey, Ollie. Hi, Ollie. DSO Imager is here. I'm sorry I'm missing a lot. I know a lot of these guys, but I'm missing all the comments. Sorry about that. On some nights, I just like to keep finding different targets and go nebula hopping when I have a live stream. But I'm sorry, I'm all itchy today. But I want to stay focused on targets so I can actually finish something and process something. No worries. Let's see if my counter has moved. 911 so far. Oh, not a big move there. I don't know if I'll make it to 122 by the time the stream is over. That's my subscriber count. I'm playing around with that because I just found out YouTube has a live count. Cracks me up. I wish I hadn't found out because now I keep looking at it. We aren't neglected. Okay, cool. You're supposed to be working. I wonder where you are, Ollie. I forgot. Are you on the other side of the globe? I forgot. You might be. These aren't my glasses, by the way. I need my own glasses, but they do help me read the comments. Thank you, Christopher. I'm cool, huh? Though I probably don't look cool in these glasses. Oh, a 10-inch Dobsonian. That's one thing I don't have. I'd love to get one. He's in the land of Oz. Well, that's what my RASA is capturing with my 15-second exposures. Unfortunately, I do these 15-second exposures to combat light pollution. So the shorter the exposure and the more I capture, it's a better way of fighting light pollution. If I do long exposures, I become overexposed way too quickly. I'll have gradients. It's just the data will look really bad. So it helps if I keep them short. The only problem is when you keep them short, you can't really see anything happening in a single exposure. And for that matter, I just hope I'm pointing at Pac-Man. This is where you just have to cross your fingers and hope the software works the way you think it's working. Isn't that awesome? So yeah, I just dropped below 1200 now. The mean readout is still coming down nicely. And I've already captured quite a bit of data already. So I'm going to capture a little bit of HA tonight, some more of oxygen, and I don't think I'll get to the sulfur tonight. Subtotal? Sure. How many 15 seconds do you need to get any? I don't know how many I need, but let me show you this. This is what I captured with 15-second exposures on Andromeda. And this was only about, this is 15-second exposures and only about 2.5 hours of data. So how much is that? Let's see. 2.5 hours of data is how many minutes? Is 60, let's see, 60 plus 60, that's 2, plus 30. And then times it by 4, because I did 15 seconds. So about 600 exposures. I think I actually had over 700 exposures for Andromeda. So it takes a lot. So I'll probably do even more on Pac-Man. I don't think Pac-Man is as bright as Andromeda was. Hi, Dave. Thanks. I'm glad you like that Andromeda. Yeah, and that Andromeda was 15-second exposures. Isn't that amazing? What you can do with short exposures? You know, in the old days of astrophotography, people were doing 20-minute, 30-minute exposures. It was just a different ball game with these CCD cameras. But now with CMOS in short exposure, it's just a whole different ball game now. The days of 20-minute exposures are, you just don't need them anymore. Not going to be able to stay much longer? Oh. And let me show you another one here. This is this was the Dumbbell Nebula that I also captured with 15-second exposures. I love that method. I'm going to be the 15-second man for astrophotography. People might make a joke the other way. And this is the Heart Nebula. Calculate exact distance? I don't know. Right, some people got that. They're laughing. 15-second man. I knew when I said that 'And it looks like here that the good thing with the Explorer Scientific is the meridian flip is not going to happen for 7 hours. That means I'll be done by then. So I can go to sleep and not worry about an automatic meridian flip working or not working. Let's see on the Pac-Man Nebula. On this one, the meridian flip is not for another 5 hours, but I'm not going to stay on this target for 5 hours. Probably a couple more hours, and I'm going to switch to the Triangulum Galaxy. Oh no! Oh no! I forgot to plug in my laptop with the power. Hang on. Where's the power? Power, power, quick, quick, quick. Whew. That was close. That was close. Everything is running perfect, and the last thing I want to do is make a boneheaded move and not plug my laptop into the power. Yeah, that was close. I'm glad it warned me. Impressive. Yep. Let's take another update here. 900. Negative? I just lost a subscriber. I don't see it going in reverse too often. Johnny Be Good, $5. Thank you very much. Hey, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Johnny Be Good. What an awesome name. Chuck Berry. Let's take a look at my totals here. I am now up to $13.96. I am going to be rich. Thank you very much. Although I actually did retire early, guys, so don't feel sorry for me. I actually made my money early on in the internet. I'm doing pretty good. But I really appreciate that, Johnny Be Good and Astro Corone earlier. Thank you very much. You wish you could donate. Well, I appreciate that. I want to check my total. I hate it that it went backwards. Okay, now it's going forward again. That drives me nuts. Chuck. What's worse is that little kids think of the doll Chucky, and they're terrified of my name. One little kid even asked my mom before, does he sleep under the bed? Because he's seen those Chucky movies. For your first telescope? Oh man, I hate that question. It's a tough one. But I would get something wide field. I think wide field is easier to deal with. But you could get an Orion ED80T. I like that focal length, but at the same time, I like the RASA even more, which has the same focal length, but it's more expensive. So it's tough. But some people say, well, if they want to do visual and they want to do deep sky, then I think the Celestron, I don't have one, but the Celestron Edge HD 8-inch, you can see the planets for visual, and you can capture galaxies for deep sky. It's just, there's so many choices. I kind of look like who? Brent Butt? I don't know who that is. RASA is photo only, right? That's true. So that's a drawback if you want to do visual. I've never looked at the stars with binoculars. The problem with binoculars, unless you put them on a tripod, it's hard to see. I mean, you got to hold steady. Now, some people get into astrophotography with just a DSLR camera and a star tracker. And you can do that for less than $1,000. There's a RASA visual adapter? I guess that wouldn't be too hard to do. You would put it in the front and then it would go off to the side so you don't have to stick your head in front of it. I never seen it though. If you're just joining us, we have two telescopes running. I have my RASA pointing at Pac-Man right now, and the Explorer Scientific pointing at the Heart Nebula. Can you see it right there? That's Saturn. It's kind of faded on my surveillance. You see that? Right there? That's Saturn. And this is the Pac-Man Nebula, but you can't see it, of course, because I'm doing 15-second exposures. But look at my focus, how it's 1.77, the HFR. That's because the weather is a little cooler. When the weather is really humid and hot, the RASA, the stars become a little more bloated, I notice, on the RASA. And I have a hard time keeping the HFR under 2. But right now it's 67 degrees, so that actually helps. Woohoo! That was a big jump. 928. That was my subscriber count, by the way. I just found out about that a couple days ago, that YouTube has a live subscriber count, and I keep playing around with that. I haven't tried to stack them in PixInsight. I should. But PixInsight, I think, is definitely a little bit taxing on my CPU, and I'm running my stuff off of my imaging. My fastest computer is in the basement, and I'm not doing any imaging on that one. That's the machine I take all my data downstairs to and do my processing. Charles, thank you very much. Any aliens in the world or nothing you have seen? Thank you very much, Charles, for $2. And I get that question a lot, if there's any UFOs or anything I don't recognize. But I can explain everything I've ever seen so far. That's funny. You never hear about the people who actually understand the sky. You never actually hear about those guys saying, I can't explain this. Those are the ones who actually... who know what they're looking at. So you're better off asking somebody who lives in the backwoods if they've seen something weird. They're the ones who are going to tell you that, oh, they've seen aliens or they've seen UFOs. That's because they don't know what they're looking at. But thank you very much, Charles. Let's take where am I? I'm up to now $15.96. I am not going to spend it all in one place. Don't worry about that. Very authentic answer. Okay, thank you very much. That live sub count, man, I just leave that on all the time now. You're a far out guy. Hey, thank you, Christopher. I appreciate that. We're looking at my Explorer Scientific, by the way. This is a 4-second exposure with my HA. And you can see my mean readout keeps going down. And on a night like this, I think it should get down to about 800 when the sky is absolutely perfect. But right now I'm still pointing very low in the sky, and that's why it's that's why when you're pointing low, you're hitting more light pollution. But the data is still good. I think I'm going to keep all of it. When you see that much data in a single sub, I'm absolutely going to keep it. The sky is great tonight. Another $2? Charles, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Minneapolis loves your view of the heavens. Wow, I appreciate that. I got to go back now and see my total. 1796. Sweet. Charles, you're getting me closer to that million mark. I'm kidding. But thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Where am I in the world? I am 20 minutes from downtown Detroit. Let me show you the satellite image here. This is what I always look at when I want to check the weather. I am right here. And you can see these clouds way off here. They're definitely not going to reach me tonight because I can see they're fading away before they get there. So I have no clouds in the area. This is going to be a really good night. All right, and I like looking at these. Right now we have 144 current viewers, and you guys are sticking around for 2 minutes and 38 seconds. So thank you. So the ones who are leaving after 2.5 minutes, you're being replaced by the next person who's going to stick around for 2.5 minutes. I don't have enough star power to keep people here, but I know some people are here from start to finish, and I appreciate that. And some people are only here for about 30 seconds. So, okay, we've seen enough. I know there's not much new we're going to be able to see because I'm staying on target with these nebulae. Because I want to be able to finish some stuff and be able to process. You will stay for 3 minutes. All right. Record breaker. You're skewing the average. You have to go roll. Oh, wow. He's got a roll-off observatory. Awesome, Randy. It's 7 a.m. in Europe. Oh, okay. Unpredictable boy. I love these names. Astro Corone went to check. Oh, great, Astro Corone. Let me see. Astro Corone is up in Canada, so he's probably. It looks like Canada. I'm not exactly sure where Astro Corone is, but there's some crap going up here. But as long as he's in this area here, he's probably. And Trevor from Astro Backyard is right here. He's not far. I'm right here. Trevor is right around here somewhere. So I think we all have some good seeing tonight. Deep Sky Hunter is here. Hello, Deep Sky Hunter. Oh, I'm going to finish another sub here. Let's see, make sure my mean readout keeps going down. Yep. Not by much, but it is going in the right direction. Yeah, it is great seeing tonight. It's the past week has been absolutely horrible. In fact, it's probably been almost 2 weeks since I've done any imaging, and when I have such a long layoff, I'm like, geez, am I gonna remember what I'm supposed to do? But everything went smoothly. I like to keep imaging a lot to make sure I don't forget any steps. I know we're not looking at much. This is a 15-second exposure on Pac-Man while I wait for M33 to show up. Oh, cloudy for 2 months. Sorry to hear that. There's my two rigs if you're just joining us. That's my RASA pointing at Pac-Man. And that's the Explorer Scientific pointing at the Heart Nebula. And that's Saturn in the background, if you can see that. Pretty soon, Jupiter is probably going to peek around those trees too. $929, $930. I don't think we're going to make it to 122 by the time this stream is over, but it was fun to watch. Have you ever fallen? Yeah. In fact, after this stream, I'm going to go to sleep and just keep my fingers crossed that my rigs run fine the rest of the night. I'm not American. Is Detroit? I can't see that. I gotta put my glasses back on. Is Detroit Los Angeles district, or I don't know what that means, but they're Detroit and Los Angeles is. Oh, Detroit and Los Angeles district? Oh no, Detroit and Los Angeles are thousands of miles apart. I'm on the east side and LA is west side of the United States. Ollie's Astro is still here. You guys want to keep hanging out? I don't know if there's going to be that much more for you to see, but I'm having fun. I'll stay on as long as you guys want to keep hanging out. I'm enjoying this because everything is running smooth. I'm staying on target. Hello, Frack. Cool. All right. I'm getting thirsty, though. I will be right back. Hello, everybody. I am back. It's 30? Oh, boy. Oh, you're shooting the East Vale. I always mix which one is the East Vale and which one is the West Vale. I always mix that up, but this I just did the Vale. I forget if that's the East one or the West, but that's my... I didn't even post this online yet. I did a YouTube video, but I think I'm done with it. And that's Pickering's Triangle, and that's a bunch of other nebulosity in between. So that's my latest Vale shot with the RASA. It's funny, I processed and I've been too lazy to even put it on Instagram. At some point I will. I just don't feel like dealing with Instagram. Instagram seems like it's for the younger people. Everybody posting stories on Instagram, I just can't get into it. I feel like I'm the oldest guy on Instagram. It makes me feel old. I see all these younger people posting stories, this and that, and it's just not my crowd. Even though I have over 70,000 followers, it's not my thing. YouTube is my favorite. Thank you. And that's the RASA setup. I've never done any pec training, although I probably should. Let's see, my guiding is 0.79 on the Skywatcher. I think that's pretty good guiding tonight. I can't complain about that. Even though I'm pointing rather low. Let's see how my CGX is doing. And the CGX is 0.87, so that's not too bad either. Guiding is going pretty good. Everything is it's just a good night when everything runs fine. It's nice to be able to live stream on a night when everything is working. I've told you guys before how old I am. How old? Let's have a contest. How old? I'll tell you guys, but you got to guess how old I am. 20 years old. I'll tell you guys, but I want to hear some guesses. Some of you probably already know. 45. Hey, aren't you kind? Keep in mind, I retired a long time ago. I got in early on the internet. Yeah. A lot of it. Okay, you guys they're all in the ballpark. I am in my 50s. No, not 64. You're killing me. 100. You guys are killing me. 40s. I like you guys in the 40s. 59. No, 71. Come on. Look, I still got some muscle on there, man. I am 54. I just turned 54. I retired. Geez, when did I retire? I retired when I was about 46, thanks to the internet. Yep, 54. I'm glad I found this hobby. It really keeps my brain working. You know how I retired? When Google first announced they were going to start sharing advertising revenue with whoever wants to build a website. I was on the ground floor of that. I heard about it right at that time. Imagine the California gold rush, and you're there about 2 or 3 years before the rush even started. Talk about being at the right place at the right time. And it's just one of those crazy things in life where you get lucky and poof, you make your money early and you don't have to work for the man anymore. $54. Chuck's rich, it says. No offense taken. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. How much are we talking? Well, if you're gonna retire at 46, you better have a lot of money. That's why I don't really I don't really do the I don't I'm not going out of my way to make money in this hobby. I don't have Patreon. I don't have the join option on YouTube. I don't do anything. I think that's great for the younger guys who can make a living off of their hobby, but it's just not something I need to do, so I don't do it. M54 bright and shiny. I appreciate that. 1967. You know what's crazy is I was born in July of 1967 and it was the summer of love, but because I was born in Detroit, at that point in time in Detroit, the worst race riots in this country's history were happening the month I was born in Detroit. And so you had the summer of love, but where I was at, nope, it was the worst riots in this country's history. So it was a very scary time. At 70, just ordered new Chevy Corvette. Awesome. That's awesome. Your most recent midlife crisis. Yeah. You know, I drive a Hummer that's 14 years old, but I really want it. My next car is definitely going to be electric. I don't know if it's going to be a Tesla or that Ford F-150 they're coming out now with that's going to be electric. But I definitely want an electric car. Although the fires scare me when I keep hearing about fires with these electric cars. This is the Heart Nebula if you're just joining us. This is a 4-minute exposure on the core of the Heart Nebula with my Explore Scientific. Yeah, I know. The Hummer, I know. You know, as soon as I bought it, they stopped making them. I think that because they probably got paid by the government to stop producing these gas guzzlers. Who knows? I know it's embarrassing, but I still drive it. And there was this movie. I wish I knew the name of it about a guy named Chuck who drove a Hummer. I'm like, geez, this guy's life is too much like mine. It's depressing. it's, ugh. Sorry, I'm scratching. Some I don't hear that well, but some guys you can hear me scratching because of my microphone. I'm scratching my stomach scratch is itchy for some reason. The skies are awesome tonight. I'm liking it. Ice car for free? 200,000 ice car fires? Oh, really? In 2018? Jeez. Godzilla. And if you're just joining us, here are my scopes right now. This is the Celestron RASA pointing at the Pac-Man Nebula. I'm doing 15-second exposures, and this is the Explorer Scientific doing 4-minute exposures in HA on the Heart Nebula, and that's what you see here. Let's see my subscriber count again. 932, 939. Woohoo! I love watching those numbers. Time lapse of the universe? No, I haven't seen that. How do we know when you are on live? That is a good question. I never give any advance warning. It's always spur of the moment. Sorry about that. So a lot of people miss my live streams, but there's not much I never plan this stuff in advance. I fly by the seat of my pants. We've got 144 people watching right now, so you guys aren't dropping off just yet, so I'm going to keep going. Usually when I've gone on too long, you can start seeing the numbers go down from 140 to 120 to 80. Okay, you know what? I've been on long enough. People are getting tired. But it's not even 11 p.m. here in Detroit. Stellina scope. That's good for beginners, I guess. 122 on the way. Yeah. It'll probably happen after midnight, though. $941. Northeast Ohio. We're practically neighbors. When I looked, I'm reading the comments because I'm actually what I'm looking at is my iPad, so I can see the same thing you guys. I'm watching the video too. Whatever you guys see, I see, and that's where I'm reading all the comments. That's why I'm looking down all the time. Oh, cool, Newtonian. Lockdown lunchtime in Melbourne. Have you ever done a mosaic? I have done a mosaic. I've done a 4-panel mosaic. You want to see what I've done before? It was only an HA. Let me show you. Wait, let me show you this. Did you guys see my last? If you guys saw my last live stream of the sun, this was the result of it. A time. I don't know how well this time lapse will show up in my in a live stream, but that's what that looked like. That was from my live sun. And let me show you the mosaic. I don't know if I have it on AstroBin. It's an old one. Oh, here it is. This is a 4-panel mosaic. 4 panels. There's the Crescent Nebula here. I only did it in H8. Here's the Butterfly Nebula. I thought it came out really cool. Isn't that cool? I don't mind sometimes just in a monochrome or grayscale. I even hung this one on my wall in the basement. So that's my mosaic. I actually use a Microsoft, I think there's a Microsoft Composite Imager that lets you combine. I didn't have to go to the whole stitching process. It was just automatic and it blended it. It really came out pretty good. It really made it easy. Black hole in space. I have a video on that. It's got over 2 million views. I did capture a black hole, but of course you can't see anything. But you can see the outside area of a bubble nebula forming around it. You want to switch to mono? Yeah, there's definitely pluses and minuses. Right now I've got a color camera. When the moon is gone, I really enjoy using a color camera. Astro Corone is still with us. How's the weather? You got great skies, Astro Corone? Which cameras am I shooting with? On this one, I am shooting with a... I put all the equipment in the description, but on the RASA, this is a color camera, the ASI533MC camera made by ZWO. And this camera is my trusty ASI1600MM mono camera. And this is with an HA filter. I don't know if you can actually see my description. Oops. No. Let me go see for a second. If I think I did put it in the description. Let me edit that for a second. Let's see. Yeah. So I don't know if you have to wait till it's over, but I did list all my equipment here in the description. How many people watching right now? 144. You guys are hanging with me. I love it. It's a good night tonight. Yeah, AZ Runner. I know what Astro Corone's doing. How's your data looking right now, Astro Corone? Is it looking good? I don't know if you can see Saturn right there, but look who's peeking through the trees right now. Can you see that? That's Jupiter. Can you see it? It's kind of wavering because it's in some trees. It'll get past those trees in a moment. I gotta post this on Instagram. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Everybody else is pointing their veil, and I'm just sitting on mine, not posting it. But I think it came out pretty good. On Instagram, I'll probably post it that way because it's more phone oriented. It's not too bad. I'm really I'm showing more of the heart because right now with my RASA I'm doing 15-second exposures to stay away from the light pollution because I'm using a broadband camera, so you can't really see what I'm capturing right now. But you know what? I may as well set up my second object. I'm only going to point at the Pac-Man Nebula for half the night. I may as well point the second half of the night. I'm going to set this up now. It's not going to be on M33. That's the one I really want to capture. I'm going to set it up now. Come on. Ooh, that's a nice fit for my right there. That's going to be come out cool looking. All right, let's create this. I don't think it's in view yet, or I would switch to it. I'll see after this. So M33, I'm also going to do, let's see, Unity gain, light, filter, Optolong L-Pro. It seemed to work well on the Andromeda Galaxy. I'll call that. 15-second exposures, because I'm the 15-second man. No jokes, please. All right. 999. And let's see where it is right now. Yeah. Maybe I can already start on it, but I doubt it. It's probably still too low. This is Stellarium. If you're not familiar with Stellarium, it's a free software, but it's really simple to use. Definitely too low for me right now. It's not even 30 degrees, and right now for this, it hasn't risen above the roof of my house yet. So let's see, one more hour. I think in 1 hour, 10, 20, 30, I think I will definitely be able to see it in 1 hour. Hello there. Hi, everybody. And if you're just joining us, I see more people even watching now. I have two telescopes running. I have my RASA pointing at the Pac-Man Nebula, and I have my Explorer Scientific pointing at the Heart Nebula. And this is what a 4-minute exposure looks like. So I'm just collecting a whole bunch of 4-minute exposures in HA tonight on the Heart Nebula. And right now, this is what the Pac-Man Nebula looks like, but because I'm doing 15-second exposures, can't really see it. But after a couple of nights, when I combine them all together, I'm hoping it looks really cool. Greetings from Poland. Hello there. Hello to the 160 people watching us right now. Awesome. Let's go to my surveillance and see if we can see. Oh, there it is. Definitely. You can definitely see Jupiter now poking through the trees. That's Jupiter in the background. Super bright. Saturn is actually behind the telescope. You can't see Saturn at the moment. But there's Jupiter. I think that's cool, though, when I pick up the planets on my surveillance. Greetings from Mars. Hello, Mars. India. Hello. I know. I feel guilty too if I have a clear night and I'm not doing nothing. So I feel good now that I actually am doing something. And I'm live streaming it. So I'm being very productive. You should feel guilty, man. No, I'm kidding. Buffalo, New York. Hello there. Yeah, dual setup, double product. I've already captured at least 3 projects that I haven't processed yet. I'm just waiting for a run of rainy days, so I'll have something to do on those days. Let's see. There's my subscriber count. Still creeping up towards that 122,000, getting closer. But I don't think I'm going to hit it for until after midnight. I feel crumbs on my lips because I was eating. So I'm getting sleepy because I'm forgetting what these are called, but they're called cashews. 1 million. That's what I want. 1 million subscribers. Let's go back and I'll see my surveillance. I love looking at the surveillance here. Oops. I love seeing Jupiter in my surveillance. There's Jupiter right now with my RASA telescope on my Explorer Scientific telescope. What cameras do I have on these scopes? I have an ASI533MC color camera on this scope. And I do have this listed in the description. I just don't know if you can see the description while I'm doing a live stream. I can't see it on my iPad, but maybe you guys can see it. And I have an ASI1600 mono camera on my Explorer Scientific telescope. You can see my mean readout. It keeps coming lower and lower, so that's good. I'm going to set this to 105. I got to plan this out so that I think I can image to at least 6 a.m. How is my dad doing? Still the same. He's 89 and he hasn't forgotten any of us, so that's a good sign. His walking is too wobbly, so I make sure I help him walk. Or put him in a wheelchair if we have to take him somewhere. But he's, I don't know. Give him some Tylenol and he doesn't complain about the pain. You know, he's just old. It's got inflammation in his joints. But he's hanging in there. Thanks for asking. Thank you. It's funny because when we take them places to get a haircut, or I think people appreciate that when they see 2 grown men helping their dad. Me and my brother, we take them, and I think they appreciate when they see 2 grown men helping their dad get around, and people open the door for us when we come to take our dad through. And I think people like seeing that, the kids, you know, looking out for their parents. I only refer to myself as a kid when I talk about my parents, by the way. Yeah, you need color images, right? But I'm capturing. This is just what it looks like when I capture. Sorry about that. I know. So it's not very exciting. That's why I was debating whether or not I should even live stream that, because imaging isn't probably the exciting part for people onlookers. Even though it's fun for the people capturing, I don't know. Right. But if you want to see color images, here's you want to see this is what I've captured and processed for the this year so far. That's the Bat Nebula. That's the Cocoon Nebula. I've had a productive year. The Crab Nebula. The Cygnus Wall. I actually did a block print of this one, the Cygnus Wall. Can you see that? I don't know how this looks in the stream here. I got a little block print of that. Acrylic. The kind of thick. It's about almost an inch thick. I'm not sure why they had to make it that thick, but let's see what else I got here. Oops. There's the fish head. Oh, there's some cool looking wide field on a bunch of galaxies. Oh, I even did that one. That's the Headphones Nebula. I forgot about these, but yeah, this is all from this year. The best of 21. Oh, there's the ISS transit of the moon. Leo triplet. There's the Whirlpool. There's the Bodes galaxy, and the cigar, and another galaxy up here. I've definitely been productive. More galaxies. Yeah, I'll do a year-end thing. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Oops. Oh, good night, Gary. Thanks for watching. You won't be getting the fish head? Oh, okay. You couldn't fit the fish head in your image, Astro Corone? Caleb. Hey, we got Trev here. Thanks for joining, Trev. Thanks. How long has this stream been going on for, guys? Are you guys getting bored? I hope not. Let's see my subscriber count. 946. Whoa, that was a big jump. 960. I'm 40 away from 122,000. Not bored? Okay, good. Maybe I'll actually hit 122,000 subscribers on the stream. I don't know what the biggest star is. What is the biggest star? Betelgeuse? I've only been going for 61 minutes? Oh, it has to be longer than that. I thought I started before 10 o'clock. The moon? You never bored? By the way, that's Jupiter right there. These are my scopes, and that's Jupiter in the background, if you're wondering what that big bright star is. That's a planet Jupiter. My mean readout is still 1050. That's still too high for me. The HA should be in the 800 range. So I think it's just either there's some. How high is this nebula right now? Let me go back to. I don't know why my mean readout is so high. It's about 200 higher than where I'd like it. Maybe then it's just too low right now. Let's see where the heart is. Oops. Heart. The Heart Nebula is 10, 20. It's only 35 degrees high. No wonder. Yeah. It's still a very low target. my sub count is the largest star. Any more since then? 62. Yeah, oh yeah, right. Astro Crow would know too. He's going after the same target. We still have 139, 147 people watching. Thank you very much, guys. I'm glad you're entertained. I'm glad there's a lot of people watching. Fun stuff. You're not dropping off yet, even though it's past 11 p.m. here in Detroit. By the way, I'm using my desktop computer for my Explorer Scientific, and when I switch to this one, this is my laptop, which is sitting right next to me, controlling my RASA telescope. So I have two different computers controlling each telescope. A lot of people ask me if I actually run both telescopes on one computer, but that would be a nightmare. I don't think that's even possible to run so many USB devices on a single computer. I don't see how that would work. $8.50 in India? Oh, 8:50 a.m. Right. It's morning. How many degrees of sky do you have available to image? I can probably see to the north and south. I can actually start imaging below 20 degrees, but to the east and west, I have terrible views. Probably I have to probably wait until objects get at least 40 degrees high in the east before I can start, because that's where my house is, and there's trees in the front yard. So I got a lot of, the objects have to clear a lot of area. Astro Corone, $5. Astro Corone, I appreciate that. You're gonna make me a rich man. I see my total is now up to $22.43 in chat revenue. Awesome. Thank you very much, Caleb. I think that's Caleb, right, Astro Corone? I always call you Astro Corone, but I think it's Caleb. I appreciate that. One. Boo. Right. Hey, everybody. Uh-oh. Do we got Darth Vader in our chat room? Darth Vader? Do we want Darth Vader here? Dun, dun. The dark side. Hello, Darth. I'm surprised you can get a name like that on YouTube. That's cool. Mr. Vader. I am your father. And the mean readout is dropping nicely on this one. But I'm not ready to switch over to M33. I'm still on Pac-Man. It's probably going to take me 3 nights to finish up Pac-Man and M33. Uh-oh, I'm yawning. That's not a good sign. Thanks, Anthony. Good night. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry about that. I'm yawning again. Pac-Man. I've done Pac-Man in... let me show you Pac-Man. If I can find it here. Pac-Man Nebula. I captured it last year in broadband with my RASA telescope, and that's what I captured last year. But now I'm doing it in broadband. It's going to look different. It's going to be more reddish in broadband. So that's what I captured last year with the RASA. I think it came out pretty cool, actually. Nice color. I like that one. Thank you. Hello, India. Daytime in India. We got my telescopes. I mean, I like looking at this because we got Jupiter in the background. These are my telescopes with Jupiter right there. Oh, excuse me. I keep yawning. Get some water. Wake me up. Sorry about that. Yeah, the brightness of Jupiter is crazy, isn't it? You can't miss it. And Saturn is actually behind the telescope, so you can't see it. We saw Saturn earlier, but Jupiter is really bright. Excuse me. Ah, the yawning, the yawning. Okay, stop repeating that, Gaming with Nailing, or I'm going to have to ban you. Thank you very much. Astro World TV. Declination Dan. And what was... You and Charlie were a good team. What happened, Dan? Did you guys break up your marriage or something? You guys were... I liked your channel when you guys... I mean, you're still doing good work, but whatever happened to Charlie? Does he not do Astro anymore? We go way back, me and Dan and Charlie. What's up? Oh, you're still hanging out with us. The moon is not going to be an issue tonight because it's only about 20% illuminated. I wonder if it's risen tonight. Let's see. I don't even know if it's out yet. Oops. The moon is a non-issue, but let's see if it's out. Right, I've seen that. He's doing that gliding. That looks dangerous. He's a risk taker. No, the moon's not even out right now. Let's see when it's coming out. Oh, there it is. Not till about 2:30. And even then, it's only 22% illuminated. So that's good. It won't be a problem. You can see it's going away. Good riddance. Would this be good scope? What? Oh, I'm sorry. What scope would that be? Other people can answer any questions. Who? Oh, the Astromaster 130. You know what? I'd have to look at the specs. But I think I had something similar to that, and I could definitely see the bands going across, the belts going across Jupiter. You could see Saturn's rings. I think you'd have fun with it. Tribble, $5. Thank you very much. When someone donates, I like to go back and look at my totals now. Let's see. My donations and chat revenue are $27. Yes, thank you, Tribble. I'm going to be a rich man. My subscribers, man, is stalling out. It's going to take forever to get to 122. You know what, guys? My eyes are starting to water, and I'm starting to drag a little bit. I think I'm probably gonna have to go. I'm losing my energy. It's only 11:30 p.m., but I'm dragging now. We've been on a pretty long time though. I want to thank everybody for joining. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too. But I think I'm gonna call it a night. Another donation. Trev! Thanks, Trev. I appreciate that, but I'm getting sleepy. I gotta check my totals really quick now. $32. Thank you, Trev. You got me over the $30 mark. I really appreciate that. But thank you very much, guys. And I will see you later. I had so much fun tonight. Everything was working good. Everything went as planned. Bye, everybody. Astro Corone, you're keeping me here. Thank you very much, Astro Corone, for the $5, but now I gotta go. I appreciate that. You got me up to $36. See everybody. You got in that last donation. Thank you very much. Good night.